All right, what's going on, Apex Entourage? I am excited. As always, another night school. We come to do these. For those of you that are new, there's been about 40 or 50 of you in the last 2 weeks that have joined. For those of you that are new, we do this on the first and the third Tuesday of every month at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. So go ahead and mark that on your calendar for future events, repeating events, because we stream live in this group with a different influencer, someone who's making millions of dollars, someone who's been there, done that, still doing it, still winning from it. I bring these folks live to you twice a month. Is just like a little bonus. You know, we call it night school because we do it later on in the evening, unless you live where our guest is and it's still the middle of the day. So, so real quick before we get started, as usual, we're going to recite our core values. Here we go. We are part of the team. We help each other. We make no excuses. We will not fall victim to the force of average. It's easier to win with others than it is alone. We never quit. If it's difficult, it helps us grow. We do the work. We represent what winning looks like. That's a big one for us. And we focus on winning. So again, make sure that you're memorizing those. We're going to recite them every Motivational Monday. Every time that you get on anything that I'm involved, you're going to hear those, because we're creating not just a group of people that are networking together, man. We're creating a movement. It's something that's huge. The things that are taking place in our program are absolutely amazing. There's, $1 million deals being done left and right, relationships that are worth a fortune being forged left and right in the group, man. And it all starts with these core values, because if we believe that towards the people in our group and towards everybody else in our lives, we're only going to be not just better marketers, not just better salespeople, but better human beings. And that's what matters most. Next up, I want to make sure you guys get to the $1 Million Mastermind event. We don't have that many seats left. There's a few. If you want to bring a couple of guests, then hit Lindsay up and let her know, and she will look at the count and approve or not. If you're brand new back here and you haven't gotten signed up, it's October 17th and 18th in Dallas, Texas, right next to my office. There'll be about 300 people there that are members of this Entourage group. And at the event, we'll have people that, like our guest tonight, we'll have Marshall Silver and tons of just other awesome people. Jody Jealous, just AJ Roberts, Matt Ganzak, just amazing people that are going to teach you everything about marketing, sales, life, and everything else that you possibly need. So it's $1 for you guys to show up. We just charge you $1 so that we make sure you got a little bit of skin in the game. So go ahead over to the $1 Million Masterminds. I know it's fucked up. They were all taken. TheMillionDollarMasterminds.com. And enter your dollar. And if you want to bring a couple of guests, just go ahead and put your $1 in and then hit Lindsay up and add to the guest list. So we're getting pretty close to capacity. So you guys make sure you sign up now so you don't get the I'm sorry, we're full. You're going to have to sit on the floor or not come answer from Lindsay, because she'll tell you that. So, all right, tonight's guest is, I've brought a lot of people on here, and I'm fortunate that I'm friends with a lot of them, but I haven't partied with all of them. Tonight's somebody that I've partied with, right? And I want to tell this story. I could sit here and tell you his accolades for forever, but most of you in this group know him because I reference him a lot in our trainings because of the wonderful stuff he does. So I figure I'd just do a better introduction and tell you a story, right? So I get a text on my phone from my man, Billy Jean. He says, "I'm coming to Texas, man. When can we hang out?" And I dropped my schedule, what I had going for the night, and I made it happen, man, because y'all don't realize how much I enjoy just being around Billy. And I was like, here's an opportunity for us to drink a couple beers together. This shit's going to be really fun. And we had been to Ruth Chris in San Diego, and he got called home. He got summoned home for whatever reason, right? So he had to take care of the kids or some shit. So we started having a good time and didn't finish. I felt like it was the second date that never happened. You know what I mean? So he comes to Texas and he says, what do you want to do? And it's like a Tuesday night. And I think it was a Tuesday night. And I said, well, I don't know. I live in the suburbs now, but there's a couple of hot places. We'll go up here. We went to one of them and it was dead as shit. But the cool thing is Billy walks in. Now I know Billy like California Billy, like normal every day you see on video. But he walks in to this bar where a leather vest on, a sheriff's badge, Wrangler jeans, some boots, a big old belt buckle, a cowboy hat. And like, this is Dallas. We don't even dress like that around here, right? and so like he's like, he thinks he's in Fort Worth or some shit, right? For those of you that are local here, y'all will find that funny. But like, he shows up and I'm like, is that Billy? Oh shit, no, he didn't, right? And he just walks in and he's loud, man. Everybody in the bar just like stopped their doing. He's like, Sturman, dude. It was just hilarious. This huge dude, the cowboy hat was like totally out of place. But then we found out where the hot happening spot was that night. And so everybody was coming in there hanging around Billy, the big old dude with the cowboy hat on, man. We were having a good time, man. My wife, you know, when we leave somewhere, my wife's like, that was awesome, dude. I had such a fun time. You know, it's a good time, man, because we do a lot of entertaining with people, and she really enjoyed it as well. So I could, like I said, talk about your accolades for forever, but ladies and gentlemen, man, I'm glad to have you here, dude. Thank you. What's your shirt say, man?
It says, I'm the motherfucking CEO project.
Oh, Andy shirt.
Yeah, Andy. Yeah, he sent it to me, and I was like, all right, this shirt fits. It's cool. I'm gonna rock it. Yeah. And so yeah, that's it. But really quick, thank you so much for having me. In regards to that night, we had a fucking blast. It was it was great, and so you were like an excellent host. So I appreciate the hospitality. You and the wifey, like we just had a good ass time. So we definitely got to sign up for that again. Yes, I definitely thought in Texas that everybody dressed like cowboys. I learned very quickly that that was not the case, because that was my first time to really like party in Texas and just go fun and like have a vacation. And I learned quickly that no one does that shit at all. Like nobody. I was the only one. Could have done that in San Diego. It would have been just as ridiculous.
You know, we get that a lot. People come to our events and they're like, where's all the people in cowboy hats and boots? I'm like, they're in Texas. They're just not in Dallas. You know, exactly. Dallas is a lot like San Diego. I mean, like the scene and minus the ocean and the military. I mean, the scene and the vibes really similar. That's why I like San Diego. So,
yeah.
Well, so, you know, no formal introduction needed. Obviously, this is my friend Billy Gene from Billy Gene Is Marketing. And I've seen a lot of video professionals out there. Everybody from, you know, from back in the day, internet marketing had launch after you need video and all these different things. And it just kind of got boring. Video got boring. Then everybody was doing like the quick selfies, and that got too popular, too big. It kind of got boring. And then one of the first, I knew who Billy was, but one of the first things that he did that really caught my attention, and probably a lot of you guys as well, is he did this like Wolf of Marketing deal that was the Wolf of Wall Street spoof. And I was like, this guy's got talent. This is something that's actually entertaining and something that's actually engaging, that makes you want to like, okay, I don't have to make videos like that, but this guy knows how to market. And I mean, dude, I mean, the whole sales community was sharing. I would get that video, you know, sit in a DM to me every 5 minutes for like 3 weeks. People were sending it to me. And then I noticed that you've done a lot of parody and a lot of like very original videos, man. So tell us a little bit about your background and what made you decide to get into the video thing.
You know what's crazy is I don't have like some formal like director or school or any shit like that. You know what I mean? Like I've never done anything like that. What it was for me, it was actually fucking laziness. So I went to University of San Diego, and in high school, when teachers would assign us like PowerPoint presentations, you know, they're like, hey, I want you to do this on PowerPoint, And I just couldn't stand that shit. So I would always walk up to the teachers and I say, hey, can I make a video instead? And they're like, wow, going above and beyond. I'm like, no, that shit just was easier for me. So I always did videos from like a long time in school. Like as soon as they came out the camcorders, I've always been in technology. So I was just about it. And so I started submitting them. And then I would realize something when everybody else had a presentation. And then I came up with these funny ass, crazy ass videos. Everybody in class was like, yo, yours was the best. Yours was the best. And I don't know if it was the best. It was just different. So I always kind of had this knack for video. And then secondly, I was trying to figure out this whole business thing. I was staying in my boy's house, and I was renting from him. And I was like 3 months behind on rent. And he's like, bro, I hate to do this, but I got to kick you out because we don't have any money and I still got to pay my shit. I was like, all right, that's real. I respect that. So anyways, I was desperate. I had like the last few bucks in my account or whatever. And I see this advertisement from fucking like Mark Cuban. I don't know how I felt, like ran into it, but he was selling like a blog or a book or something for super duper cheap. And I fucking bought that shit. And I stayed up all night. I was like, man, maybe there's something in here that will spark me. And the biggest takeaway I remember reading from that is he said this. He said, you know, you found your thing. Well, all of a sudden you look up at the clock and the time just completely escapes you. And I said, shit, what's the thing that I do that I completely lose track of time? I can stay up all night. I don't get tired. And it was fucking video. Video was a thing. So I started integrating that into like all of my sales process for everything. And that's really where I fucking fell in love with this shit. So that's where like the passion came from. And I would just use like basic ass softwares that anybody can get, like Camtasia. You guys can write that down. It's my favorite resource. And it's dope. It works and it's basic. Like anyone can use it. But I just started practicing, man. And I just make videos for like everything. I used it to get clients. Like I would actually go to Craigslist because I have a marketing agency for those of you that don't know me. And so to get clients, as opposed to sending in like a resume or like cold calling them, I decided to do the same thing that helped me in school, which is make a video. So I'd make these like short 3-minute videos going through their website and be like, yo, if you change this, this, and this, you'll make so much more money. If you found this helpful, call me. That's how I actually got all of my clients in the beginning, is sending out these little videos. And then that started to work. So I said, fuck, what would happen if I actually, and Facebook ads came out. I said, what would happen if I actually put this video on Facebook and then put it to clients, and maybe I wouldn't have to like call or manually send these anymore. So I was at my mom's house. I was living there. I had a credit card. I wanted to spend like $50 or something like that. Long story short, I don't know how it happened, but I spent way more money than what I wanted to on a video advertisement, basically trying to get clients. And I fucking spent like $600 or something like that. And I literally, dog, I'm not even kidding. I still remember it. My stomach dropped. I probably cried because I was just like, fuck, I don't have that cash. But then something else happened. I had like either like 25 or 27 appointments scheduled on my calendar from this ad spend. I'm like, okay, shit, I gotta close. I gotta close. If I can just close one, I can make that $600 back. I was stressed out, all that shit. I did $10,000 in a day. Never looked back. Never looked back. I was like, holy shit. I just went from this little $600 ad spend. I turned it into 10 grand. It's only costing me like $25 or however much it was to like get a schedule. I said, what the hell? And I just continued to spend and get more clients. And that's how I built up my whole agency, man. It's just doing video ads, asking people to schedule the time to talk, selling them on the phone. I still use the model.
Yeah, me too. You know, my story is almost identical to yours. You know, somebody taught me how to do Facebook ads, and I was like, how much money is it before they charge you? It's like, I didn't have it, but I made like, you know, I think I made $10,000 or $20,000 in the day that I had from scheduled appointments. I rented a video ad to a scheduler. That's exactly what I did too, man. That's amazing. And I got started in this business thanks to an info product, and so are a lot of the people watching. So that's always badass. Dude. That's so cool.
Yeah, that was the game, man. And I still do it today. I still fucking love video. But as I did this process, I started to fall in love with video more. And then it was like, okay, let me actually learn about lighting. Let me learn about like writing. And in college, I actually did an intern at the radio station. And this is going to fuck it up for some people. I'm going to apologize to some people listening right now. But I'm going to tell you something that's going to ruin your life. So most radio stations across the country do something called War of the Roses. Now, War of the Roses is where the radio station will call up an unsuspected guy or girl and say, hey, I'm new in the neighborhood. I'm opening up a new flower shop, and I'd like to send flowers to anybody you want in your life. And then the person on the other side say, oh, cool, I want you to send it to blank, blank, and blank. But the trick is their significant other is listening on the line. So they're trying to set people up to see if they send flowers to the wrong fucking person. It's really fucked up. So this is called War of the Roses. And they have a whole bunch of shows like that, similar. And they happen on radio stations in the morning. They happen all over the country. So I get an internship at the radio. And they're like, oh, you go to that good school, right? That University of San Diego. So they're like, can you write? I'm like, yeah, I can write. That's like my thing. And they're like, okay, I want you to write out a couple scenarios. And I would start writing out these scenarios. And then these people would call in, 2 random people. I said, who is this? And they were voice actors. They would read my scenario and then they would act them out over the phone. And the whole thing is fake. All that morning shit you see, it's not real. And I had no idea. I was like devastated. I'm like, no. But then I was writing them, man. So I did that for like 2 semesters. And I'd write all these skits for the radios, promotions, all this shit. And that was like my first like writing thing. So when I came into video for myself, it all kind of came together. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that just fucked me up. I know it fucked the people up watching too. All that shit is fake. I had no fucking idea, man.
So fake, man. It hurts. To the point where I pretended I was artist sometimes. Sometimes artists would flake on us for promotions, and they're just like, hey, Ricky, that's what they call me, Ricky. Ricky, get up there and just pretend you're this person. I'm like, wait, I'm not Omarion, yo. I can't do that. They're like, no, you are today. That's how bad it is. It's like, it's crazy. Crazy. It's crazy. Yeah.
It is crazy, man. So you're a natural at video, right? The story you just told us, like videos you're calling, that's the thing. That's a great line from Mark Cuban. Like the one thing that you look up and you've been there for hours and never even, thought about it time-wise. That's a what was the exact quote? How did you say it again?
It was, you know, you found the thing you love when all of a sudden you look up at the clock and you don't even realize what time it is. It's 4 in the morning. It was something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing.
Gotcha. So, and your thing was video, obviously, you just shared with us. But what about the people who are scared of video, right? People who think that, you know, and I've been saying this forever, like, who cares if you're old, young, fat, you know, like like flabby arms, thick arms, pudgy in the middle, like none of that stuff matters. Whether you're a dude, a chick, what color you are, what planet you're from, like where you live, like none of that matters, right? But there's still this fear. And for me, it was easier to make videos than talk to people in person. You know,
yeah.
I'm not an extrovert. I'm not so much an introvert, but I don't go out of my way to talk to people I don't know. You know what I mean? And so video allowed me to put a shield in between me and rejection, right? So I could send sales videos to somebody. If they said no or fuck off, I didn't have to hear it. They just watched the video, right? Exactly. So it's a way to shield myself from the distractions of the people that say no and really get you down in sales, right? But there's a lot of people out there who are scared of videos. What would you tell those people, or what can you give somebody that is not a natural or doesn't just naturally embrace it like you and I?
There's a color that supersedes every color. And what I mean by that is when I first came to videos, I had a lot of those same limiting beliefs that everybody else shared. Mine were a little different though. Think about it. I was 25, 24, 30 now, but I was selling to 45-year-old white dudes with a college degree. I didn't even finish my last class at the University of San Diego. So I'm this fucking loud black kid who curses like a sailor, who talks a lot of shit, jokes a lot, didn't finish college, and I got to sell to these middle-aged white dudes who have been in business way longer than me, that know way more. I was scared shitless. But the thing is I needed money. So I tried it out of, I was pushed to the edge. I needed to do something because I was sick of living at my fucking parents and them talking shit to me, them about to kick me out, and then my boys talking shit to me too because they had good jobs and accounting and all these things. So I did it out of like, I just needed to do it. But what I learned very quickly is the color that supersedes the rest of the colors is green. Doesn't matter if I'm black, white, yellow, purple, short, tall, skinny, fat. If I can fucking show ROI in money, that green, then I fucking win. And green trumped everything. And I started to realize that. I'm like, yo, here's the thing. Nothing sells like proof. So I got proof. I know how to do this shit. I've done it for this person, this person, this person. I get results. So I don't give a fuck how old you are, Mr. Customer. I will still shit on you with this stuff because I know how to do it. So my confidence came from the skill set. So sometimes right now, if you're afraid of video because you don't have the skills to deliver whatever you're selling, guess what? Maybe it's not time for you to be in video. Maybe it's time for you to be learning. Just like every other professional industry, attorneys, doctors, they don't just go out and start marketing themselves first. They do 12 years of a residency and undergrad and, you know, doctorates, all that other stuff, right? So I think those are the biggest things to consider is just the confidence comes from the previous results, from having a skill set, and then out of need and desperation. Also, too, a lot of the videos that you can do, you don't necessarily have to be on camera to start. I do recommend it because just like in person, where people buy because they know, like, and trust you, they do the same thing in video. And yes, they can trust your voice, but something about seeing you, like you guys can look me in my eyes right now and like actually see that, it definitely creates more trust, right? There's less resistance. You can see me, you can feel me. But the other thing that really holds people back is caring about what other people think. And that will never go away. But what happens is you just learn to master your focus. So for example, you mentioned the Wolf of Paid Advertising video. Shit, that thing might have been viewed 5-10 million times, something like that. When people see that, there was a ton of people who were like, greatest video I've ever seen of all time. Yes. And then there was a lot of motherfuckers who were like, this piece of shit, he's recreating a scam artist who ripped people off and sensationalizing it and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And guess what? I don't give a fuck because green won again. When people comment on my ads, and some people are saying negative, some people are saying positive, it creates engagement. Facebook says this is a really good ad because people are engaging. They give me a lower cost per click. I make more green. So green fucking won again. I just don't care. And then I learned something is the trolls are just fucking louder, but they are not the majority by any means at all. And when you look at the positive, it's overwhelmingly fucking positive and love. It's just the fucking trolls are the loudest. So then I was just like, well, how can I dare care about what the negative fuck boy or fuck girl is saying when I have this person who's like, yo, I actually opted in for that training and it changed my life. All of a sudden, when you see that heavy impact that you're making and you get obsessed with the result and the impact, it's hard to care. You actually start to pity the troll, because we've all been in that position where we wanted to hate on somebody. We wanted to talk shit behind them. We wanted to do those things. And when we were in that state, it's because we were desperate. We were alone. We were mad. We were angry. So you go, damn, for this person to go in public and just say some negative stuff like that, damn, I wonder what's going on for them. You know what I mean? And once I started to own that mentality, and I would see it time again, and you really learn it when you confront a troll, like one-on-one, through a message or in person, they never have the same demeanor, ever. That anger, that toughness almost immediately always goes into fear, sadness, darkness. And then you go, damn, I just want to hug you. So now I just have fun with trolls. When I see trolls, I love it. Like, I'll play back with them and shit. And I just embrace it because, you know, a good time. But yeah.
You know, it's true though. You know, like I've been pissed at people before and said fucked up shit on things before, right? And it was because I was in a, like you said, a dark place in my life, going through divorce and shit like that, you know? And so absolutely. And now I'm the same way. I see somebody, I'm like, man, I wonder what's going on in that person's life that would make them lash out at something that, because real people don't care. And trolls are the loudest. And then, you know, it's like a video, you get 10,000 views on it, couple hundred comments. You read all of them, they're like, this is awesome, this is awesome, this is awesome. But the amygdala in our brain looks for the one person that goes, oh, he missed that line, or oh, this is sensationalized shit. Because we really these days, and I say this in this group a lot, we don't really have a whole lot to be scared of. You know what I mean? Like, I live in a neighborhood with security cameras everywhere. There's security cameras all over downtown San Diego where you live. You know, like, you know, there's cameras in every red light. It's almost impossible to really hurt anybody. We're living at the safest time ever for most of us, right? And so not for everybody, we have people for all over the world, but for most of us, it's the safest time ever. And the thing is, we need something to fear. We're wired as humans, is we need something to trigger us, to fight or flight, something to be scared. And oftentimes, like, you know, we get caught by coincidence, and the trolls trigger that in us.
Yeah. No, that's real shit, man. So like, I also too, just like when you guys are thinking about this, just be aware of the consequences of not doing video. So like, that's another thing I'm very aligned with, just being in the space, running an agency, teaching it all the time. I'm telling you something. Let's just, a simple example. If you own a restaurant and there's 5 restaurants within a mile radius, and all of these other restaurants have video and they're showcasing the experience, the fucking food, and then you don't, you lose. You just lose. You didn't participate. So a lot of these things are like it's just, stop thinking video is optional. This shit is required to go. Like, you have to do it. You have to do it. And I'll give you tips that are going to sound so completely not conventional, but they will make a difference. Number one, if you really are that shy of camera and that afraid, do an improv class. You may have more talent than you think. Go to a local acting class. There's like improv class. They're probably like $6. They probably let you come for free. Nobody goes to those shits. And you can just go and you just play around. And you're gonna have fun. 2, you're gonna learn so much about yourself. But 3, you're like, damn, man, maybe I can do this. Secondly, make sure you're putting yourself in positions where you can capture what you're doing, as opposed to just coming in front of a mic. Like, you take someone like Stuman, you take someone like me. We've been doing it for a while, so we can turn on a camera and just fucking, that's what we do. But we've been practicing like fucking crazy. But for you, whatever your expertise is, I bet you if there was a camera that you didn't know was there and it was just recording you, and you were teaching somebody else next to you how to do X, Y, and Z, you'd be a fucking rock star. So really try and capture yourself, like we call capturing genius. Capture genius. Capture genius. And that's a great way to not feel like you have to fucking like be this charismatic like beast on camera. You don't have to at all. Matter of fact, sometimes that turns people off. That person's too polished. They know exactly what to say at every time. I don't trust people like that. You know what I mean? You can't win with anybody. There's always a downside.
And what's the third one?
But I get what was I? I was aware of the consequences. It was the results is ultimately what gives you the confidence and shit. I don't even remember. I lost my train of thought diving in. It was something.
Those were something, man. Those were good tips, man. And and the truth is, one thing that Billy just said that I want to like say again, so repetition is mastery, right? Is that video is not optional. Video is not something that you can dabble in or maybe do or maybe not. Let me tell you what I'm doing right now, Billy.
Right, I remember what it is. I remember what it is.
Oh, come on, lay it on us, big dog.
Fuck your friends. When you do video, this is real shit. Listen to this. This is the realest thing ever. when you do video or like create content, the first thing that you want to do naturally when you're like, okay, let me put it out there, is you want to put it out to like your friends list on Facebook, okay? Your friends list consists of people that have known you forever, your family that has known you forever, meaning they have who you are already picked out in their brain. They've decided who you are. So they'll be the first, ironically, they'll be the first people to hate, to be, and it sounds something like this. Who the fuck does Stewman think he is? Now this guy's a fucking sales pro. He thinks he can do it. Who the fuck is this Billy Jean guy? Like da-da-da-da-da, because they see you surpassing. Matter of fact, most of the time, those people that are close to you, they're supposed to love and trust and support you, they come around last. A lot of my friends and family and shit, they came around last after the strangers started flocking and the following started to come up. So remember, the strangers are the ones you want to put it out to. Someone who can see it on both sides, because they only know what you show them, right? So don't, like, fuck your friends' opinions. Like, real shit, that'll tank you. And that gets in your head so bad because it hurts when someone you love talks down about you. Like, fuck your friends. Fuck them hard.
It's very true. I always say, I even have a blog post about this at hardcorecloser.com. It's where your friends and family will be the last. It says, like, why you shouldn't try to sell to your friends and family. You know, because a lot of times when I started, he's exactly right. When I started, I left the loan officer world and I started the internet marketing, and people were like, who the fuck, you know? Yeah. Who the fuck Stewman's got a digital product? The fuck's he know about, you know, this, that, and the other, you know? And then now many of those people are probably watch this video in the next couple of days, you know?
Exactly.
But that's just how it is, right? They know you and all the mistakes that you've made and everything else. But once you prove them wrong, it's like if you go and say you're going to win a Ferrari in an MLM contest, you know, and it's a year from now, they'll laugh at you for 11 months and 29 days. But when you get on the Ferrari, they're going to be like, shit, man, how do I get in on that Ferrari money? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So one thing that's good stuff, Billy. So one thing I'm doing right now with video, and maybe you already do this, Billy, if not, you know, free tip for you, is I run a video a lot. I record a Facebook Live video because that's the easiest way from a fan page, especially if it has any kind of likes behind it, to get basically free traffic. Like, it has the longest reach of anything on Facebook is a live video, right? So I run a live video right now that I recorded this morning in my car to my Hardcore Closer page, right? I boost it for $80 a day, which isn't a whole hell of a lot, but I do it for 30 days. And after about 10,000 views, which will probably be sometime tomorrow, once I get 10,000 views on it, then I retarget everybody from the past and that point forward that watched at least 10% of the video. And I even let them know in the live video that they'll be seeing an ad in a couple of days for a video teaching them a little bit more. It's like, look in the next couple of days in your news feed, there'll be a sponsored video by me. It's not an advertisement. It's a continuation of what I'm teaching you here. And then they'll see the ad and I'm retargeting them. Then I retarget those people that watch 10% of the second video with an application to join our program that we're teaching right here. So, I mean, video is huge for me because I go out there and I put the video out there, then I retarget with another giving video, and then I retarget them with an offer on the back end. So it's like value, give me, you know, an opportunity to help you.
And also, even people listening right now, even if it's fucking $5 a day, what he just laid out is a fucking bulletproof plan. I mean, it works. It's highly effective. Matter of fact, you're saying it, I'm like, man, we may have done it, but I don't continuously do it. I'm losing money on the table for it. I definitely need to like get back on that shit. So 100%, I agree with you 1,000, and everyone do that like today, like right now.
Yeah, because on Facebook, like if you do a live video and you boost it, it's like usually for me, I can't boost them because I fuck up. I cuss. You know, this one, like today, I was on point. I nailed it. I never said hell. I never said anything, right? Like I kept it, you know, Sunday church clean, man. And still had my pizzazz to it, but so that I could promote it. And so, man, because you'll get more bang for your buck with that Facebook Live promotion than you will with the canned video. But I'm gonna retarget them with the pre-made video. But at that point, they'll see it frequently just because they're already engaged, and Facebook knows that. So, you know, it's just a process that we do. You know, about once a month, we'll just run a new video that we're retargeting the people from, and we don't have to always go after cold traffic. Now, some of you guys are just getting started. You have to build your brand up, like Billy did and like I did, for, you know, the investments that you make into ads and building that brand and everything. But man, once you've got an audience on a video, you can retarget them through Facebook ads and send them.
Let's talk about that, because I mean, I want you guys to think about this mathematically. And I love to come from the position of like, you don't need a big budget, because you may see like a Stewman and he can spend a ton of money, or will spend a ton. You don't got to do that. But think about it like this. Let's say you stretch yourself and you put out $100. on this video ad strategy that Stewman just laid out. $100 a day, like, damn, this is kind of tight. I don't feel comfortable doing this. But let's say in that video, let's say you offered something that was $100. And let's say every single day out of the thousands of people who saw that, one person bought that thing for $100, which technically would mean you break even, right? You don't make any money, but you don't lose any money, but people still saw your shit. Well, now you have that $100, so you can take it and do it again the next day. And you're recycling the same $100. You do that for 30 days. Now all of a sudden you spent $3,000 in advertising with literally only having $100 cash. Now, the way that we've built our brand here at Billy Genius Marketing, and by the way, our ads have now been seen over 280 million times, is with that exact strategy, but except with spending $100 a day, we may spend $10,000 in a day, and hopefully we make more than the 10 grand. But if we just make the 10 grand or even 9 or 8 grand, and I'm paying to be able to retarget all these people and do all these things, that's how you be remembered. That's how you be recognized. That's how you're everywhere. That's the whole trick, is to make that money back as fast as possible so that you can keep reinvesting it, right? And you don't have to make your money back fast. You can still be profitable by not doing that. But that's the quickest way for us to do it here, is like, shit, get obsessed with getting that ROI back fast, reinvest it back in advertisements, and stay in front of people all the time.
Do you mainly run ads on YouTube or Facebook?
Both. So we'll mix it in Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We'll put shit on both, because sometimes stuff I think is going to blow on Facebook, dog. It doesn't. And it blows on YouTube, though. Or vice versa. YouTube, it fucking kills, and Facebook, it doesn't. So like, whatever's working, you know what I mean? Like, we'll go back and forth. But from a branding perspective, y'all, I'm telling you, YouTube is really where it's at, because people can't skip your ad and you take up the whole screen. So for example, on Facebook, when you're scrolling, you got like 10 thumbnails to your right. You got people up and down from you. You may go back and forth. There's a lot of distractions. But YouTube, you click to watch a video, and now there's just this Billie Jean guy for 5 seconds. You can't even skip him if you want to. You got to watch him. So you're really remembered. So as far as like, you know, building position, authority, being recognized and shit like that outside, and like, YouTube is giant for us there. Big
That's
time.
awesome, man. Yeah, we do both as well. You know, we retarget our people. We actually retarget our people with the YouTube ads, right? The unskippable YouTube ads and the thumbnail ads.
So yeah, love it, brother.
So what's an idea? So someone's starting out, they finally got, you know, they took their balls out of somebody's purse, got in front of the video, made the video, said fuck their friends, took the 3 steps, got the video up. Before I answer this question, I just want to point something out. Again, Billy and I both started with a simple selfie video and a link to a scheduler I own freestrategysessions.com, just by the way. And
that sounds like some shit I would try and buy. Like, who the fuck owns that?
I own freestrategysession.com too. I think I bought it last year when it came up on the market. So, and all that was a domain that was forwarded to a Wufoo form for them to take a survey on. And then that survey took them to my scheduler. And so it sounds like Billy did the same thing. So it wasn't really about how many people viewed my stuff. It was about how many leads that I can get. But I know a lot of people, when they first get started, they say more views equals more leads, obviously. So besides running ads, what are some other strategies maybe on YouTube or Facebook a person can do to build up their organic views?
Okay. A couple of things. I'll give you the full rundown: equipment and then distribution on the last one. Okay. Equipment, he just nailed it. All you need is a fucking cell phone. I'm straight up. Like, and not because just use your cell phone and simplify, because I'm telling you, these cameras today on these phones are insane. Like, you can get the best quality. It's all about the lighting. So go like spend $70 on Amazon and get some box lights. You set those up, you get 3, one to your left, one to your right, one kind of behind you in the middle, right? Just a rule of thumb. There you go. Now you got lights, you got your camera, and you're good. You can build quality video. Also get a tripod so you don't have shaky shit going on, and that may cost you about $20. Now your whole entire setup is good in regards to the equipment. Next is to deal with your fear and personality of being boring, because you do need to be entertaining. Think of these 3 things: props, music, environment. AudioJungle.net is where you can search for music by emotion. So if you want to go angry or sad, you just search it in there. Okay, so that's your resource for your website. It's like $7 or $8 to use a song that you can legally use in your content. Props, go to Amazon and just get weird shit that people don't typically see. I'm trying to think if I have anything in my office. I don't know, just like oversized checks, cash cannon guns, as my boy Mark Black used to like, I don't know, just anything that your audience would think is weird and would be a pattern interrupt. Next is environment. Look around your city. What are you from a mile from? Can you use some of the, like the park next door? Are you in front of a giant monument that everybody wants to visit? Like, what's the free shit that's just around you to switch it up? Okay. So now you got those three things, and your video is already not going to suck ass because you got good lighting, you got some props, you got some music. It's in a cool place. It's hard to just suck from here. It may not be the best, but it's not going to suck. Then for your content, what are you actually talking about? You need to get your ideal customer in your mind, exactly who it is. Is it male? Is it female? What TV shows do they watch? What bars do they go on? What clubs do they hang out? And ask yourself one simple question. What are the top 5 to 10 problems that those people are facing? And then your content for each video is just solving a different problem every single video. Once you have these, you want to categorize each video as how-to. You upload those into YouTube with the exact caption of how to solve blank, how to blank blank, how to blank blank, how to blank blank, and you upload those videos. And then if you want to verify that people actually care about your how-tos, there's a tool, it's called Keywords Everywhere. You can install it to your Google browser, and when you search for anything on Google, it will tell you how many people are searching for it a month, the cost per click, and the bid. Do not make a how-to video on shit that's just not really getting searched, that people aren't looking for. Try and find something that's not too competitive, but you got like 10,000 people searching a month. And these are keywords that you can own. And then you build a bunch of videos around that. Now, without spending a dime outside of the equipment, you're going to get free traffic to your business. Boom.
Damn, that's the shit. So to recap, he said audiojungle.net, correct, Billy? And then he said get the Chrome plugin, which is like the same way that you do the newsfeed eradicator, and it's called Keywords Everywhere, correct?
Yep.
Dude, that's fucking badass. I knew about Audio Jungle because I've obviously seen you speak a few times.
Yeah.
But dude, Keywords Everywhere, that's badass.
Bro, it'll change your life.
Shit.
Dude, it'll give you business ideas. You search for something you didn't even think about it, be like, what? People are looking for, like, it's just crazy just seeing that data right there. Just instantly to it pops up right in your search bar. It's amazing. Keywords everywhere.
And what you're looking for, by the way, is high traffic keywords with low cost per click, because that means nobody's buying this shit. And that's what we call in the internet marketing world gold. Now, let me give you a rule of thumb. Okay, I know we're a team. We help everyone win and everything else, but it's like the golden rule of internet marketing. Never share your keywords.
Yeah, keywords is that.
You can share your ideas, you can share your funnels, you can share your marketing, but you never share your keywords. You don't share what you target on Facebook, and you don't share your keywords. That's just a good rule of thumb. You can always help somebody, but man, if you share your keywords, somebody else is going to outrank you possibly for some shit that is your own damn fault, right? Yeah. That's CIA classified information between you and Google and you and Facebook.
Or as the great Chris Tucker would say, that's G64 classified. I believe that's what it was from Rush Hour and him, Jackie Chan. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Right. So I triggered Chris Tucker when you heard me say never, just like when Smokey over to visit him. I'm gonna call you. You're gonna call me, but don't never. It's a good time. Man, that's really awesome information. So I want to be respectful of your time. Plus the people watching, these are typically 30 minutes. We've gone a little bit over. What's one last thing you can leave us with a cliffhanger with, my man?
Practice. Not even cliffhanger. Like, I just practice. Like, your video will suck. Own the suck. Fight through the suck. Embrace the suck. Laugh at yourself. But practice. Like, it's in practice because of the one simple truth we spoke about, because it's required. And if you do not practice, you will get fucking eaten up in this next wave of how business is changing. Practice. Just like compare it to, I was listening to, shout out to my boy Lewis House in his interview with Kobe Bryant. He did an interview with Kobe Bryant, and Kobe was talking about how when he was 10 years old, he didn't really score any points. And then how did he catch up to the other kids who were already crushing him? He said, well, their parents would have them practice for like 2 to 3 hours a week. He's like, well, cool, I'm just going to practice 2 to 3 hours a day. And that's how we leapfrog them. So ask yourself with your business, like, are you just like waking up every day and operating within it? Or are you actually practicing at profit producing activities, the things that make you money, like sales in this case, or marketing, or videos, which brings you opportunities to close, right? Practice. That's the real gold.
Man, Ed Milet, when I was at his place last week, he said that if the average person works 1 hour a day, right? Let's just say the average person works 1 hour a day and it's something, and you put 2 in, it's only a matter of time before you pass them like it ain't nothing. I watched Airtime about Michael Jordan the other day, and he said the same thing. You know, he wasn't really good in high school, but he practiced more than everybody else and blew everybody away in college, and ultimately came on to become the winningest basketball player of all time still to today. So,
dude, it's not luck, it's math, right? It's like success is not luck, it's math.
And, you know, and I guarantee you, if somebody goes back and looks at your first video or my first couple of videos, they're on my YouTube channel. Feel free to go there. They're funny as fuck. I couldn't keep my head on straight. They were horrible, right? I didn't get to Billy didn't get to where he is today. I didn't get to where I am, to where we can just pick up a camera and do what we used to, man. I used to get camera fright too. I just did it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I had to jump out of an airplane once. I was scared shitless, but I just did it. You know what I mean? Just had to trust that it was going to work out. Okay, but you have an event coming up here in a couple of weeks. You got spots open for that still?
We do, yeah. The School of Genius Summit. There's this guy who's fucking a badass. His name's Ryan Stewman. He'll be there speaking too, spitting some fireballs. School of Genius Summit, SOGsummit.com. But definitely, you guys should come. It's going to be dope. We're having a party afterwards. It's lovely San Diego, but it's fucking amazing. It's gonna be good shit.
What's the URL again?
SOGsummit.com.
SOGsummit.com. Gotcha, man. Well, Billy, dude, it's always a good time to hang out with you. You know, one of the cool things about having this job and having folks like yourself, you're unique. Nobody's like you, but, you know, having other people back here in this this program to, you know, school our folks and stuff like that, man, is I just get to hang out with people I like, man. And it's to me, this doesn't seem like work. It just seems like two friends just hanging out, shooting shit, catching up.
Yeah, I mean, and even you were here like spitting shit that I learned. So like that's what winners always do, right? You always learn from fucking every situation. Doesn't matter what you're in. So yeah, we're lucky. Like I get to come here and learn from you and your audience and how you operate. Even before the call started, right? You gave me some things where I was like, what the fuck, are you doing that? I was like, okay, I'm going to take those like right away. So, you know, mutually. So I appreciate the opportunity. Everybody listening, you know, stick with it. Stay diligent. You got this. We believe in you. We support you. And you got it, you know.
Cool, man. Well, thank you very much, Billy. Everybody, if you're on the West Coast and you want to go to Billy's events, SOGsummit.com, make sure you follow his fan page so you can catch all of his marketing and everything. It's Billy Gene is Marketing. And I'm sure he's maxed out on friends, but you can follow him on his personal profile as well. And man, Billy, I just can't thank you enough. And I guess I'll see you here in about 2 weeks, man.
I'll see you in San Diego.
All right, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Later. Thank you very much.
Billy's also going to be speaking at the $1 Million Mastermind. So you guys make sure that you're there. Billy's going to go in there and he's going to spend an hour on the stage talking about video without me interrupting him and telling stories and things. So make sure that you get signed up for the $1 Million Masterminds. Make sure that you post in the group that how much you learned from this. Let's get some engagement back there in the Apex Entourage group and let people know what you learned, how great this was, so that they make sure that they catch it as well. And we'll see you on Motivational Monday. Later.